You can watch Kevin Lofts quite literally reimagining his life. A cycle of repeat offending broken by a new trial in which drawing has largely replaced drugs as his main preoccupation.
Before, I used to spend the best part of my day trying to find a score. That usually entailed me committing crimes and burglary, shop theft.
How long did you spend in prison in total?
I think all in all about 12 years-ish.
And prison didn't work?
No. 3 sentences. Doesn't work.
We saw that for ourselves at Humber Prison last year, where repeat offenders kept returning.
How many times have you been in?
6, 7 times.
Those on short sentences especially prone to re-offend, leaving prisons so full, thousands had to be released early.
Getting out, yeah!
Now, here in Teesside, they've been trialling sending criminals to a judge instead of a jail. Off camera, we were allowed to observe this intensive supervision court, where police, probation, even mental health services try to keep offenders clean and accountable. It is incredibly rare for journalists to be allowed into these hearings, and I've certainly never sat in one like it, where the judge is taking that level of personal interest in an offender. They were asking about their health problems, about their drug use, even about what kind of hobbies they've taken up as they try to break the cycle of reoffending.
These people could be classified as career criminals. They've got extensive history of crime. Their criminality has stopped and they're starting to make a positive contribution to that society.
Kevin's progress isn't perfect, but he has vastly improved.
How do you feel that went, Kevin?
I thought it went pretty well.
And you even had the painting that you showed the judge. Can I have a look?
Of course.
Have you ever had a relationship with a judge like this before?
No, it gets a little bit easier the more you get involved, the more you want to change and do better for yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think this works.
So does a new review of sentencing commissioned by the government. We've learnt that tomorrow it'll recommend only using short prison sentences under 12 months in exceptional circumstances, while prisoners with longer terms could be released early for good behaviour. It recommends more use of community service, tagging and supervision courts, with extra funding for probation services.
We think that too many people go inside for a short period of time. They then come out unprepared for reintegration into the community. There is no real rehabilitation that can get done in prison over that short period of time.
You can't get away from the fact that a community sentence to victims and to broader society will not look like the same kind of punishment as a prison sentence.
For a lot of offenders, prison is exactly the right place to go.
Fewer offenders, under your recommendations, will go to prison.
This is absolutely true, but I think the point I would make here is what most victims want is to ensure that there are fewer crimes in future, that there are fewer victims.
The government is expected to accept many of the recommendations tomorrow. Imprisoned in this crisis itself, it doesn't have much choice.